Hey everyone. Today with the Open Hearth, we are playing For the Honor, which is a Firebrands game by Quinn Vega. Pretty much numbers filed off of Shira. My name is Donna. My pronouns are he, him. I am playing Selenetta, she, her, who is a princess of the rebellion. We didn't see her on screen last week because yeah, I guess didn't get too many mini games in. Um, but she is, I guess, going out recruiting for this new alliance, this pact against the Legion, the evil invaders. Boo-hiss. And yeah, her mother is the Widow Queen who leads the rebellion. But maybe not everyone knows that. Who knows? She is charming, cool-headed, and loyal, and her abilities include music and telepathy. So yeah, let's keep going on left to right.
Hey, I am Sabine. I use any pronouns, and I am playing Captain Caravel, who is part of the Legion. And I will refute any mentions of evil and conquering. They are bringers of order and civilization and the amenities that come with that, which means maybe possibly boiled league 3 times a day for everyone. That's better than gnawing at rocks like the rebellion does, right? Certainly. Yeah, well, Caraval is well, he is determined, he's also conflicted, and he is flexible. He knows how to sword fight, and he knows how to handle lightning, whatever that means. Um, he believes in the Legion's cause mostly. He might have some doubts, but last time I think he saw a memory of a time when he was carefree, which you're not in the Legion usually, certainly not if you're a captain. I mean, that might happen when the pesky rebellion has been put down, but he doesn't understand where that comes from. He's been with the Legion his entire life, so far as he can remember. Oh, weird, huh? And then we were in a swamp, and I think I'll let the swamp princess tell the rest.
Well, I assume that's my cue. I'm Marley She/Her, playing Nerika the Eggless, also she/her. The quick version, if you've ever heard about the child raised by wolves, she is a child raised by crocodiles, alligators. Um, there is a swamp called the Eastern Mire, which is the wilds that she is in. And she is all about plants and animals and the swamp creatures and stuff like that. The Eastern Mire is in as much as there is a leader. The leader is a mangrove forest, a mangrove tree, which is a very old sort of collective tree. And when last we met our intrepid heroes, there was some sort of ship that had or ruins, I think, that were in the swamp. And over time, the mangrove had merged with the ship. And our characters had just taken off as it took flight, going who knows where.
Who could say? Um, my name's Matt. I'll be playing Portia. Portia is something like the second captain or the commodore of the free ships, who are just a flotilla of all sorts of folk who broke from the Accord and refused to continue the war after some technical blunders. Um, that's how Portia might put it. Portia is adventurous, steadfast, and anxious, and carries the weight of her people on her shoulders. Her people are sort of like portal pirates in that they're all sailors and they sail as far as they can, escape the Legion until they're cornered, and then they open a gate to a new place in the world. And yeah, Portia was very interested in this ship and this strange history. And now let's meet our last princess.
Yes. I am Brandon. I'm playing Andromeda of the Flickering Isle. She. The Flickering Isle is an island like Avalon that sometimes exists and sometimes it doesn't, as far as anyone can tell, is not from there. Perhaps it's simply that you can get there sometimes and other times you can't. They were very isolationist during the wars until just now, when they have sent out Andromeda, who is the daughter of the Morning Star. The Morning Star is one of the primary deities of the Flickering Isle, which is very much a theocracy. And their opening up portends something important. But no one knows quite what yet it means. The priestesses of the Flickering Isle have the gift of prophecy. And Andromeda her abilities are clairvoyance, which is that oracular gift, and transformation, the ability to channel the Morning Star when necessary, although that takes a pretty serious toll on her. She is devout and empathetic, but also fatalistic in the way that oracles tend to be. Things are written or they're not. And our ability to change big events is sometimes illusory. And she's being sent out as the representative of her civilization, and she's aware of the enormous responsibility that this takes. And the decision as to whether the Flickering Isle is going to participate in this upcoming war and to what degree and on which side remains to be seen.
Okay. So I know we have 3 characters in the middle of a cliffhanger, but I wonder maybe we should see Andromeda and Selenetta on the screen. What do you think, Brandon? I have in mind something that helps us introduce ourselves, like crossing
Yes.
paths, maybe, or mm, talking it
You
over.
know the
I don't
mini
know.
games better than I do.
Yeah, so crossing paths is us meeting after having not seen each other for quite a while. So it's a very kind of blank slate intro, and we kind of figure out what our past history is through the series of questions and answers. Um, so what do you think?
Um, if heavy warfare hasn't busted out again, that makes sense. Something like
Yeah.
meeting Blade to Stave might be a little premature.
Well,
I'm good with that.
maybe, yeah, maybe I've come to your kingdom or to like a known place where your boats come ashore, to
Yeah,
treat.
there is
Uh,
there's a temple, a little shrine, rather not a temple. There's a shrine to the Morning Star on the shore of the lake where the Flickering Isle appears. And if you're meeting anyone from the Flickering Isle, that's where you come.
okay.
because priestesses will periodically come there to tend the shrine. The morning star is not the most worshipped of deities outside of the immediate area of the Flickering Isle, but there are a few people who come and make the pilgrimage.
You think this is completely above board as like a diplomatic effort, or do you think we're meeting slightly in secret, either me against the advice of my people or you yours?
I think our people didn't know. Let's see now, I'm trying to think. You have the gift of telepathy. Yes. So I think neither of our sides knew that we've been talking for a while.
Okay.
I thought it was just dreams. And then it became clear that I was actually talking to someone who was from quite a distance. Was that interesting?
Yeah, I think that could be interesting. There's some options here that hint at like magic mirrors or some kind of radio or video communication. I mean, I think magic mirrors works pretty well with our kind of mythic bent that we have.
Yes, I'm good with that.
Yeah. So, so I ask you, when did we last see each other?
In the mirror, we saw each other last week.
I mean, I guess in person, right? When did we last?
In person, I think this is the first meeting.
Okay.
Or is it necessarily that we have seen each other?
Well, yeah, a lot of the questions really talk about our past together, not yeah.
I think we saw each other. I've been to the mainland before I became an important part of the Flickering Isle. I was taken by my father, and ours is a matriarchal culture, so this is. But I was taken by my father to kind of see the world, and I think we met as children, like 10-year-olds.
Okay.
And I think that's when we last saw each other.
Okay.
And
So
we enjoyed each other's company for a while, and we played games together and swords and princesses and things like that, and then I had to go back.
okay. Well, the questions that we pick from the list probably fill in more of those details if you want. So,
Fine.
sorry, Brandon, just to double check, you have the PDF or?
I don't. Did you link to it? I'm sorry, I didn't see the link.
Oh, sorry. Let me grab a link for you. Sorry, I forgot that it's in the chat, but because it was from last week, you don't see it.
Right.
So we are on page 16 and 17 of the PDF, which are marked in the bottom corner as 12 and 13.
Okay, crossing paths. I see it. Okay.
Sorry.
So I think you're waiting by the shrine, and you hear her cough, and I'm standing there and it's not clear how I got there, or if I've just been there all the time, or if I was just quiet, or what have you.
Okay. So the game works pretty easily. I'll ask you a question and you can answer it freely, and then you'll choose a question to ask me,
Yeah.
and then um, you will choose one of these closing offers, which either sets up a game for us to go on, which I guess we'll come back to, or there's some other kind of less mechanical options, which mean we can probably split up and join the others in our following games.
Yeah.
Um, so
I'm ready. Go ahead.
okay, let me, yeah, I will say, I will ask you, it's been so long that I'm sure you'll hardly remember me. Are you surprised by what you see?
I um I didn't think you'd be this beautiful. You've you've really grown up to be an impressive woman.
And I think Selenetta will, obviously he's been traveling a while and kind of looks at her clothes, which are quite, dusty and muddy and whatever else, and maybe there's some of that, um, in her hair or on her face, and she'll like rub it off with the end of her sleeve and kind of look a little bit uh not quite bashful, but kind of surprised. Um, I guess we've not seen each other in quite a while. I think um, everyone changes. Though you seem pretty similar.
I My father says broad shoulders are very handsome on a woman, and says Andromeda, kind of biting her lip.
Um, but you're back on the Isle now, right?
Yes, um, I took orders. Um, a daughter of the Morning Star, albeit oh, that's why I can represent the Isle. That's why they allow me to travel.
Well, our effort against the Legion needs as many participants as possible to be successful. If we are to drive them away, do you think there's a chance that we can?
I know that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I'm here, is to find out. My task is the Isle has to decide whether they're going to fight in the war or whether they're going to disappear.
Well, do you think if we disappear, the Legion won't boil the seas, scorch the sky, and bring you to ruin?
I'm not a priestess, um, and my sight only goes so far. But I have trouble believing that they would uh, commit mass murder with no gain.
Well, that from your experience with the Legion over these past dozen years?
I've had no direct experience with them at all. Only what the Oracle has seen of the world, the visions that I've had. They are instigators of violence, to be sure. And that's something to be fought against. But on the other hand, the preservation of my people is paramount. I have my own feelings here, but I can't allow those to override the considerations that I've been given. I have to talk to enough people and make enough decisions. If it were up to me, I would just support you. But it's not just up to me as a person. You understand, I think, Selenetta, that it's not just the two of us playing in the castle garden anymore. That populations live and die on what we choose. And that if we fight and we lose everything. And you've made your choice, and I honor that enormously. But I'm just not allowed to decide that yet. Do you understand?
I will only say, if your oracles tell you that if you hide, you will be safe, then I can understand wanting to hide and be safe.
It doesn't necessarily make it the right thing to do,
Well,
but it is a choice that we have.
It is a choice, and if everyone had that power and chose, then the Legion will rule everything.
I understand. I understand.
So all I ask is for you to carry my words home.
I will, but I'm going to do more than that. My job here is to find out whether you can win. If you can win, then I'll help you. And I will go back to the priestesses and I will argue your part.
I missed if one of those was one of the questions on the list. Do you want to, if you
No.
haven't hit one of those, why don't you do that now?
I do want to do a question. You know, I had an enormous crush on you back then. Are you still with all your responsibilities, are you still as playful as you were?
Well, I still play, but I don't think I would say playful. And I think on Selenetta's back, you see something like a lute or a bazook or something like this, a guitarish style instrument.
You kept on with this?
I play to while away the time, and also sometimes a good song opens some doors.
I step forward and I take your hands in mine and I say, you must play for me. Please. I would give anything to hear some of the songs that you used to play.
Okay. Is that a closing offer?
I think
Th
it is.
yeah. So yeah, I think if we're closing the scene up, maybe we like through the windows or the doors of the temple, we just hear the light strains of the strings opening up.
That's lovely.
Okay.
Okay.
So uh, let's go back to the others. I don't know if you want to mix up your groups or if someone has an idea for a mini game to play next.
Was thinking about a thing, and no, oh yeah, okay, let me see. I have an idea. This might be giving chase, and I think that might be that either Caravel has found something that he will now take back quickly, and somebody else really doesn't want him to do that and get back with this thing, whatever it is, probably a weapon, or the other way around.
Is this something you found aboard the ship that we
Yeah.
have jumped on top of?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That sounds fun.
So if this is
Sure.
aboard the ship, do we think Nerika and Portia and Caravel are all involved in this chase? Or I know it's
You may
created for two people, but
I'm fine being chased by more than one person. I mean, the more the merrier, and I'm leaving. What could go wrong, right?
Marley
Right?
and I could sort of share tokens and just take turns making decisions if we're like acting as a pair. But I don't know. I'm definitely in for some drama with the captain.
I am good with whatever. What page are we looking?
It's 22. It starts at 22.
Okay.
So in that case, I'd be the quarry because maybe set the scene a little that we were in there and looking around, trying to figure out what's going on, right, with this ship and this weird noise we were hearing. And I think that's when Carol was kind of trying to melt into the background, which is not what he's actually good at. And then you notice that he has taken, what is that? What is it? Is it kind of a bomb or something? What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, some sort of like old power cell, some tech that is not in use anymore that
Mm-hmm.
was, or some strange, crystal thing that was aboard this ship. But I guess the ship's in the air now. So is this you taking it and then trying to, jump off of it or flee the ship and then us following you?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, we're in a swamp and there's a giant mangrove, right? I mean, could probably get off it. I mean, you're athletic enough.
Mhm.
And I think when you notice that Caravel has it, he gets a little shifty.
Mm-hmm.
When someone asks him what he has there, he starts to run.
That's what we get for making peace with a legionnaire.
Yeah, well, we are kind of, we just want to help you live a better life than you have in your backwater. But yes, not the discussion we're having right now. But I think we need to ask each other, what do I notice about you? And I think that's maybe at the moment shortly before Caravel runs, right? So we're on this weird ship. So Portia, what do I notice about you?
I think that Portia is exhilarated flying aboard a new ship that she doesn't understand, sort of flown out of time. She's used to, a lot of different kinds of ships in her flotilla, but I
Mm-hmm.
think this is like there's a moment of thrill of adventure. Um, and what do we notice about you?
Yeah, as I said, um, might notice the hesitation mostly. Like when you ask him, he's like, for a moment, you can see that he's struggling. What am I going to do with this? What am I talking to these? But then training takes over, I guess, and he just runs. Or maybe he just says sorry and then he runs. Yes.
So we'll compare tokens after 4 challenges.
Mhm.
If
Okay.
the quarry has more, they escape. If the hunter has more, they choose one of these options, equal or more.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
so the quarry
Okay.
conducts the chase. First, say where you go.
How do we take tokens? Oh, okay. I guess that's just
Yeah, I haven't put anything in the character keeper for tokens because they're like not every game, so maybe I'll do that for next time. But at the moment, we'll just remember.
mm, okay.
Fingers, they're fantastic.
He has more fingers than me. Okay. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, let's start with a challenge. Oh, we throw coins, I guess. I think I'll start with the first one. Or do I do that? Oh, yeah. I'll start. I'm leaping from a ship. I leap over nothing and make a hard, precarious landing. If you dare to follow me, throw. On heads, you gain a token. On tails, you barely catch yourself. You're clinging it with all your strength, and chains ends now with you at my mercy. Oh no, let's not do that because I don't want to chase all that quickly. So I'm starting with I race along a high and perilous ledge. If you dare to follow me, throw on tails. You have to slow down to pick your way carefully along, and I gain a token.
Is
Yeah,
this the ledge of the ship?
yeah, I think it's the railing.
Cool. Um, I think I just make quick eye contact with Nerika, as in like, are we doing this?
Oh, so my part of the scene, I was a little unclear.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
you're on the ship, and I think even though there's one hunter, I think it could fictionally be 2 characters, and we can sort of collaborate on it if you'd like to. And so I think
Sure.
Portia looks to you like, the legionnaire, the captain's got something important, and he seems to be running away. Let's get him.
Mhm. Um, um, so Narika is watching and doesn't seem to be quite as committed to chasing um,
And I think that would be
as
cool
Portia
too.
is, and we'll mostly just say, well, there's an expression. If someone wants to be the first to try the poison mushroom, you let them.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I think
So
it would
we
be
could
really
just
cool if
let
you
him
stayed with
have
it.
it and see if it kills him or not before we go and take it.
I just worry about who will be the one, you know, who will be the one feasting on the mushroom. So I will throw because I dare to follow.
Mhm.
I got a good old Canadian loony right here. And let's see. It's tails. I have to
Okay.
slow down to pick my way carefully along. You gain a token.
So, like, Matt, what does this look like when Portia like teeters on the edge and slows down? What does she see below, or what's the
I think
danger?
she's been on 1,000 ships' railings before, and every time there's been water about, 10 feet below her. And I think it's just a whole change in perspective and intense vertigo.
I also don't know how this works with the mechanic, but I think if Portia or if Nerika sees you start to falter, she will in fact go assist you.
Nice. And that is probably, yeah, just the reason why we have to go slow, which is very nice. What will you do with your token, Captain?
I will keep it. I will run. I will continue to run. And I'm naming all the challenges, right? And my third one must be an admission,
Yeah,
right?
That's
exactly.
right.
Okay. So the second one, I think, is yeah, I scramble up a steep incline. If you think you can keep up, throw on a tail, the climb exhausts you, and I gain a token. And what this looks like is, there are these big trees and they have branches, and I'm scrambling up I think, to the port. That's the front part of the ship, right? Is port the front part? Is it?
Portia's left. The
Okay.
bow is the front.
Oh, so I'm scrambling up to the whole thing. And as I run, you see my eyes are starting to glow and sparkle a little. And then lightning strikes one of the trees, and the large branch just topples just a little bit, just so I can jump onto that branch. Grab off the ship with the thing.
You're off the ship.
So at this point, the captain has in fact actually pissed Nerika off. The object she didn't have any particular allegiance to, but she speaks to plants and animals. And lightning bolting a tree so casually um, is a step too far. And I'm not quite sure how we do this mechanically, but I think she will look very angry, and she will jump up on um, the edge of the railing, and she will point at Captain Caravel, and she will call out to the forest and all of the creatures within and say, um, friends, the hunt begins. And she will call upon all of the animals of the forest to join her in hunting Captain Caravel.
Fun.
So it
So,
So,
sounds like you think you can keep up.
yeah,
uh-huh.
exactly. And it might exhaust you, this calling
Oh,
the forest alive. So I think that works really well with what's the mechanic has stated. So yeah, throw a coin or whatever.
Marley, do you have a coin or shall I toss for you?
Toss for me.
Okay. It's tails.
ooh,
Not a lucky loony.
ooh. Yeah, well, so I get a second token. And
You
let
do.
me check our lines here. Nah, okay. So I think, well, you know what that looks like, how Caravel gets away. He is also good at sword fighting, I'm afraid. And what he mostly means is that he will cut. He has a very good sword. He will cut through branches. I'm sorry, trees, but and let the and block the way of the animals that are coming. I mean, he will probably take some kind of damage from these little squirrels that jump on him, that mouse who's biting
Oh, and the
into his
mosquitoes are
food.
vicious. The
Oh
mosquitoes, they
yeah.
won't kill you, but he's going to be a very unhappy guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have a cloud of mosquitoes and then you just explode in lightning. Sorry, mosquitoes. That's how the mosquito zappers work, like with the recipe. Sorry. That's okay. Yeah, so and now I have to do the admission. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'll take the admission. There are other enemies ahead of me and I must suddenly change my course. So what's ahead of me? I think it's some kind of animal that I can't just skewer with my sword or something.
Nerika.
Oh,
What
do
sort of
I
nasty
dictate
things have
the
you called
critter?
up from the swamp?
You
Yeah.
tell me what that is.
Um, so the first ones who will answer Narika's call is in fact her own kin, which are the crocodiles.
Oh.
Except these are not just your average crocodiles. These are very large, very vicious creatures. And probably what happens is since they do swim underground, underwater, you probably didn't even see them until they were almost upon you.
Yeah, I like that. And also I don't really have the time to fight them. And I have to throw Matt, can you throw a coin for me? Can you throw the
Yes.
coin for me, please?
Tails.
Oh, okay. Let me see what
Could
that.
you check your coin? Is there two sides to that?
Do you have heads on that
Is there a head
coin?
on
It's a
that?
double loon. There's the
Okay.
queen.
Okay.
There she
No.
is.
So you don't gain 2 tokens. And I think this is the 4th challenge, right? Ooh.
So
This was the
any of them
third.
can be challenges or admissions.
Yeah,
But the
right.
third must be an admission.
Yeah, okay. Let's say, okay,
But you are doing very well.
I am doing very well. I think, can we end on a tie?
Yeah, if you end up with equal or greater numbers, it's basically the bad thing for the quarry.
Oh, okay,
Um,
cool. I like that.
so
So I'm taking
There's no way for
another
us to catch.
admission. I don't know this area well, and at fork in my path, I hesitate. You can rush and overtake me. So yeah, because I'm a little lost. There are crocodiles, mosquitoes, everything is chirping at me. The trees don't look the same as when I came. This is not easy, okay? I'm well trained in swamps, but still, it's a lot.
I think one of my abilities is sailing. So I wonder if I figured out some way to I don't think I can fully control this ship, but to influence its course and speed. And the ship all of a sudden comes looming over the horizon ahead of you.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
But I guess I must toss.
You need to toss.
You hesitate.
What is that? I can't see that.
It's a loon.
Oh,
It's
it's
a tail.
tails. Oh
that
no.
damn
Wow.
loon.
Wow, I think Portia is really with Captain Caravel today.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted you to get him, but I mean, let's see what that
It's
means.
6 tokens to 0, I think.
No, I don't get the tokens. You just don't, don't gain
Oh,
2 tokens. I
Yeah,
still have
it's
2.
it's two
right.
nil.
So
It's
it's
two
2 to
nil.
0.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so
Yeah.
that
But
was everything.
yeah.
That was the
Yeah,
ball game.
and since we're nearly on time, I think okay, ending the chase, compare tokens. I have more tokens than the hunter. I break away and escape. Okay.
What does that look like in a very quick picture?
I think you might have forgotten with your ship the lightning thing. And I think lightning strikes the ship. And then I think you'll maybe have to try not to veer into the old mangrove, which might take some help from Nerika, right?
Mhm. Yeah, that would be her greater priority.
And once you've righted the ship and got yourself safe to the mangrove, Caravel is gone.
Mhm.
Do we see a look or words between Narika and Portia as we close out?
Um, Nerika will look after him and then put a hand comfortingly on Portia's shoulder and say, well, at least this way we will know if the mushroom is poisoned or not. And if it isn't, we can face him another day.
There's all kinds of mushrooms, and he might come back more powerful than he left.
You know, the way he was running through the swamp, good luck to that.
And there's like a half-hearted smirk, but my heart's not in it.
Mhm.
Well, let's patch her up.
Patch her up.
Okay.
Do you know how to
The
fly
ship.
this?
Well, I've been doing it, haven't I? I don't know.
I thought the mangrove was doing it. Are you doing it?
I think we're doing it.
Goodness. Where are we going?
You do the mangrove, I do the ship.
Yes. But also, where are we going?
Oh, I don't know yet.
Okay, me neither.
How's
Neither
the
is good.
mangrove?
So let's just stay up and we'll figure it out.
Aye, aye, Captain. Or we'll figure that out.
I
Cute.
think that conversation is a great stinger, right? As the credits roll and the music fades out, and there's this kind of cooperative bickering going on between the two of you.
And the next time on is something very epic.
Yeah. Okay, let us stop the recording and we'll do a quick debrief.